Welcome to Dad's Dishes. Today we're making baked oatmeal cups. Do you need a good breakfast but aren't that keen about mushy oatmeal? Perhaps you need a quick, healthy snack. Baked oatmeal cups will do the trick for both. They're a great take-and-go breakfast and a great healthy snack item. So let's get started. We're going to, of course, need oats and about 3 ripe bananas. We're also going to need flaxseed, a dried fruit of your choosing. Raisins are the easiest, but any dried fruit will do. Just look for stuff with no added sugar. You'll need cinnamon, and you'll also need rice syrup. A little bit of salt as well. For the baking cups, you'll either need to use reusable silicone cups like these. You can also use parchment baking cups, but don't use regular paper baking cups. Parchment's a little sturdier, but they're also a little more expensive, so I tend to use the silicone cups. Special equipment you'll need a spice grinder to grind your flax seeds. If you don't have one of these, they're pretty inexpensive, about 20 bucks. You can grind any spice with it, and your coffee as well, but I recommend a second spice grinder if you want to grind your coffee as well. Otherwise, it might taste a little bit like the spices you grind. And then you don't need an immersion blender, but it's a little bit easier to use than a real blender for this particular recipe. So with that, let's get started. Don't forget the chocolate. Again, to go healthiest, go something that's 100% cacao. That'll be the best for you. Oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Check. Next, you're going to want to spray your silicone muffin pans as well as the 1/3 cup measurement for the rice syrup. It'll help that come out easier. Normally I try to avoid the spray can, but I'm a realist, people. Doing every one of these things individually with a coconut oil would be a pain in the you-know-what. So I gave in and I used the spray can on this. So we need a 1/2 cup of oats that are ground. So I put in a heaping 1/2 cup of dry oats in here. I'm just going to pulse it up until it's a flour-like consistency. That looks very good. And I'm going to do the same thing with my flax seeds. About 2.5 tablespoons dried is going to turn into about 3 tablespoons. So that looks pretty good. Flax is something you really want to try to incorporate into your diet every day if you can. A tablespoon ground flax has so many unbelievable health benefits. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this to the bowl with my ground oat mixture as well as some salt and cinnamon. And my final dry ingredient is 3 cups, not ground, of the instant oats. Mix it all together in a bowl and then you're ready for the next step. I've mashed up my bananas and now I'm ready to use my immersion blender on them. Again, you can use a regular blender as well or a food processor. I don't like using food processor. Way too many pieces to clean afterwards, so I like this. It's nice and tidy. So it should be really smooth, like a banana puree, when you're done with this. So then you're going to add 1/3 cup of the rice syrup, blend that together, and then mix it together with your dry ingredients, and finally fold in the chocolate chips and dried fruit. Whee! So here's what the final mixture looked like. Everything just looks a little moistened. All the 1/3 cup of raisins and 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips are folded in nicely. Now we're ready to put them in our silicone baking cups. I filled all my cups and I'm just going to press this mixture down in each cup a little bit. Dip my fingers in a little water to help so it doesn't stick so much. Just so this will hold together a little easier when it bakes. It's about 1/3 of a cup full of the mixture in each baking cup. And into the oven they go for about 20 minutes or until they kind of just start to turn a little bit golden brown. So here's the finished product. This is a different batch I made with dried apricots instead of raisins, but the same recipe overall. You can see they're nicely golden brown and they all hold together for a perfect bite-size on-the-go snack or breakfast food. They'll keep in a airtight container for about a week or so, a little bit longer if you put them in the fridge. And a footnote, since I filmed the first part of this video, I discovered that coconut oil is available in a spray can. So now this would be preferable to using spray vegetable oil, since vegetable oil is a processed, man-made food that unfortunately is not as good for you. This was a much better alternative. So enjoy. Let's review. How is this healthier? Using chocolate chips with 100% cacao means no sugar. Remember, sugar is the enemy. Use dried fruits with no added sugar. We're only using rice syrup. Don't sub honey or molasses because rice syrup has the right consistency and it's going to hold up after baking. And you'll get bonus points for using spray coconut oil instead of spray vegetable oil. Thanks to pcrm.org for the original recipe. If you want to check out more vegan recipes, check out their website or go to your app store and download the 21-day Kickstart app. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you want to receive notifications on when I put out new videos. Bye.